Che Cyberland. It's your favorite Babalao. Omodu Dile Ke. You notice I'm representing a little Oya. We're in the house of Oya. But at the end of the day, I'm coming at you with something special. And typically I don't do too many Addimus videos, right? But I figure, why not? It just happened to be that I had to do 2 Addimus today for a couple of clients. And I wanted to kind of take this as a learning opportunity to kind of just talk about some things. So first off, let me introduce you, Yemoja. Second, Shango. So typically in this faith, you're going to see Yemoja and Shango eat together often. It just happened to be that today I get an Addimus that has to go to Shango and an Addimus that has to go to Yemoja. So pretty interesting. Now, not only do they eat frequently during many ceremonies, but for those who are going to get crowned one day, Ocha, you will get to see truly what that means. But I'm not going to give you any secrets. Not yet. All right. So let's get into understanding who are we giving an Addimus for, because that's what's important. And what does it mean? So first things first, let me start with the Grand King himself, the King of Kings, Shango. So for Shango, I want you to remember the sacred number of 6. I also want you to understand the colors of red and white. I also want you to understand that when I talk about Orishas, I talk about the naturalization of their energy, their power. And when we talk about Shango, we talk about thunder, we talk about electricity, right? And then we have certain aspects of fire that are represented within Shango as well. So when we talk about electricity and we talk about the flow of electricity, we understand that electricity drives many things that happen today with technology. But we also need to understand electricity runs through the course of our bodies. We use electricity to even jumpstart our hearts when they stop in medical science. Electricity is used for many things. When lightning strikes, that's electricity that causes fire, which brings the relationship. Shango has a lot of mystery when we talk about how the naturalization of things work in this world, but you see that it is a flow of naturalization nonetheless. When we talk about Shango, we talk about attributes and the reason why Shango receives Addimus in order for us to harness that naturalization, that energy, in order to do right by mankind, in order to petition for goodness. The Orishas were never ever charged by God to do harm. So when you hear people say, I'm going to go to Shango and I'm going to go to Yemoja and I'm going to tell them to, I hope this guy dies or anything like that, false. Don't fall into the hype. That's not what the Orishas do. Can we do that with Eguns? Yeah. Can we do things like that with Osain? Yeah. Can we do that with working Palo Mayumbe? Yeah. Can we do that doing many other things? Yes. But to manipulate the powers of the Orishas for negative intentions, you can be a crafty priest or priestess, and you could probably get to some of those results being very manipulative with the energies. But I warn you now, Olofin looks down at you. As your solbo, not mine. But let's continue. For Shango, we look at the attributes of someone who is a king and does not want to be lied to. Shango doesn't like lies. The energy of lie and that manipulation does not work. Those energies clash. The energy of people having fun and happiness and love and joy meshes well with Shango. That's That's why you hear a lot of times, children of Shango are very outgoing and they're partiers and they like to drink and have a good time. A lot of times womanizer because there's a sexual presence when we talk about Shango. It's the energy. But what do we bring for Shango today? It called for an Addimu and Asowe. The cooked version, the SOA, we have cornmeal and we have okra. You notice it got 6 pieces of okra because of the sacred number and some freshly cooked cornmeal. No Shango ceremony is done without some rum. We also have here some apples, 6 to be exact. And we have some bananas up there, 6 to be exact. And we're going to petition Shango in the name of a person that I wrote on some paper here because the person's not here. Nonetheless, that energy is going to flow because we have some personal identifying information about this one person, Lillian, that we're going to link it all together, right? In order to make sure that the Addimu, that energy is reaching the right recipient. Okay, boom, there's Shango. Now, let's move on to my lady, right? My Farafun, Yemoja. All right. First off, Yemoja. What do we talk about when we talk about Yemoja? We talk about the ocean. We talk about the fishes. We talk about the act of what the ocean does. Right? Sometimes the water is calm and sometimes the water is very turbulent. Okay? The ocean reacts heavily to the moon and the different cycles of the moon. Right? We talk about Yemoja. We talk about sand on the shore just where the water reaches. All right? We talk about a lot of those aspects. Why? Because now let's focus on the naturalization of Yemoja. Yemoja is a representation of what the world is made up of, mainly water. What your body is made of, mainly water. Yemoja is represented by the number 7. Okay? And her colors, blue and white, blue and clear. You see a lot of different representations. But blue and clear is pretty much where you're going to go. Now, some of the things that you've seen adorn on Yemoja have a lot to do with the representation of the ocean. But here's the fun fact. Yemoja is not the owner of the ocean. Olokun is the owner of the ocean. Yemoja maintains the ocean. She is on the top. She's the queen of the fishes. Yemoja is the owner of the fishes. Yemoja is one with us. And because our body is mainly made of water, it is no wonder she is considered the mother of the Orishas. She's considered the mother of Ocha. Right? But you notice I mentioned the moon earlier, how the ocean reflects off of the moon and it reacts to the moon. Because of that, Yemoja's power is great, but especially at night. Yemoja. All right. What did we bring Yemoja today? We have a watermelon adorned with 7 coins, her number. We have a watermelon that we took off the piece and we took a lot of that meat that's inside the watermelon out in order to fill it up with molasses. I think it needs a little bit more. So let's hook it up. I thought I had more, but it was soaking right through, it looks like. That's perfect. I'm very generous when I give Addimus. I'm very generous to make sure that I don't shortchange them. Why would I shortchange the naturalization and the power of water when the power of water is me? Why would I shortchange electricity, something that can save me and something that can kill me? Why would I not harness those things and treat them right? I even got some flowers here because I love Yemoja. So with that said, I wanted to make sure that I gave you something a little bit more and a little bit different than the norm. And with that said, mafarafun Shango, mafarafun Yemoja, Cyberland, like, share, okay, shoot me an email, shoot me a comment. And with that said, we're gonna get to it with some Muyumba time, some music time, and we're gonna go ahead and petition. Who is this petition for? Let's see. I think this one was for Linda. And we're gonna be good to go. Yep, Linda it is. Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche.